You've probably seen it dozens of times. On your laptop charger, your monitor cable, even some USB wires, a strange little bump, a thick cylinder attached near the end of the cable, and most people completely ignore it. But once you notice it, you can't stop wondering, what is that thing? Why would engineers add a random lump to an otherwise normal cable? Is it a battery? A signal booster? Some kind of safety device? Because the truth is, that tiny bump is secretly solving a problem you can't even see, a problem caused by invisible waves constantly surrounding you. Let's break it down. That mysterious bump is called a ferrite bead, or sometimes a ferrite choke. The name sounds technical, but its job is surprisingly simple. It fights electrical noise. Now here's the question. What exactly is electrical noise? When most people think about electricity, they imagine smooth power flowing cleanly through wires, but real electronics are messy, very messy, whenever electrical signals move through cables. Tiny unwanted signals can appear too. These signals create electromagnetic interference, basically, invisible electronic nodes, and modern life is full of it. Wi-Fi, blotnol, phones, TVs, routers, microwaves, game consoles. All of them produce electromagnetic activity, so your cables are constantly surrounded by invisible interference. Now here's the weird part. A cable can accidentally behave like an antenna. It can pick up unwanted signals from nearby electronics, or send out interference itself, and that can create problems. Speakers may produce static sounds, monitors may flicker, conches may become unstable. In some cases, nearby electronics can even interfere with each other. That's where the ferrite bead comes in. Inside that bump is a special magnetic material called ferrite. And ferrite has an interesting ability. It can absorb high-frequency electrical noise while allowing the useful signals to continue flowing normally. In simple terms, it blocks the junk, but lets the important stuff pass through. Think of it like a security guard for the cable. Useful signals get through, unwanted noise gets stopped. Now here's something fascinating. The bump doesn't need electricity to work. No batteries, no moving parts. It quietly works using the physical properties of the ferrite material itself. And most people never even realize it's there for protection. But here's where things get even more interesting. Not every cable actually needs one, because some cables naturally create more interference than others, and some devices are much more sensitive to noise. Not every cable actually needs a ferrite bead, and this is where things get interesting. Some cables carry very fast or high-frequency signals, things like monitor cables, laptop chargers, and USB connections often deal with more electronic noise, so they're more likely to need extra filtering. But simpler cables, sometimes they work perfectly fine without it. That's why you'll notice some wires have the bump, and others don't. Now here's something surprising. Ferrite beads became especially important as technology got faster. Years ago, electronics were simpler. Signals moved more slowly. Homes had fewer electronic devices, but today, everything is packed together. Phones beside laptops, Wi-Fi routers beside TVs, blotnol devices everywhere. Modern electronics are constantly communicating through invisible electromagnetic signals. And when too many signals mix together, interference becomes a real problem. So engineers use ferrite beads to keep devices stable and reliable. In fact, without proper noise filtering, some products couldn't legally be sold in certain countries. Because electronics must meet regulations about electromagnetic interference, otherwise devices could disrupt radios, TVs, wireless systems, or even other nearby electronics. So that tiny bump is helping devices behave properly in a crowded electronic world. Now here's the funny part. Most people spend years using cables without ever noticing it. It blends into the wire so naturally that the brain almost ignores it, until someone points it out, and then suddenly, you start seeing those bumps everywhere. Laptop chargers, printer cables, old VGA monitor wires, even some gaming accessories. And once you know what it does, it stops looking random. That little cylinder is quietly protecting signals from invisible chaos all around you. A tiny hidden filter, working silently every second your device is plugged in. So the next time you notice that mysterious bump on a cable, you'll know it's not decoration at all. It's a clever little defense system, built to keep your electronics running smoothly. Common thing, surprising history, and now you know what that mysterious bump on your cable really is.